Yay. Hi everyone, Madonna here, and this is Monica again.
Hello.
Yay. Maintaining amazingly well, having finished. So you're still in consolidation with still in consolidation with the HCG protocol, feeling amazing, doing oodles of exercise.
Yes.
Running this morning.
Yes.
How cool is that?
Aquarobics.
Walking your dog.
Yep.
Yeah. It's all good. Life is good.
Yes.
So, but one of the things that we're finding with the bioimpedance screening is that the inflammation levels, they're still stuck at high. So we've got to go in there and sort of have a play around and find what's driving that inflammation in the body. So inflammatory hormones are one of the annoying things. They're one of the few groups of hormones that increase as we get older instead of decrease like everything else. So we'll have a play and see what's going on inflammation-wise. Okay, so do we need a goal in line to get started with? Should we start with... No, your body wants a tuning fork essence combo to start with. Okay, so that's going to give us some information to get in there. Okay, so the first organ showing up is heart.
Mm-hmm.
Heart's about self-worth, self-esteem, self-love, not the heart organ itself.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, I might check heart, liver. Let me check those organs as well. So firstly, this little guy. So hold down at the wrist. Don't let me lift up. Okay. Hold. Yeah, right. Hold down at the wrist. Okay. Have you been building up to telling me about those things we chatted about earlier on?
Yes.
Okay. So if they've been on your mind, that might even be creating some inflammation in there.
Right.
So that's heart energy, self-worth, self-esteem, self-love, self-belief. And liver energy, hold, I'm going back. Hold up, I'm going down, yeah. So that's liver not coping with hormones. Hold, I'm going back. And hold up, I'm going down. Yeah, and that's liver not coping with emotions, which means it might be releasing that stuff fibrin, like the spider web, makes the blood all sticky and viscous, creates inflammation, damages the cell membranes. So they're the organs themselves. Now the emotion.
Yeah, because stress-wise, I'm not really stressed
No.
about anything as such, but just week after week, the inflammation comes down a little bit, goes back up, comes down a little bit and goes back up.
Okay. So the heart-liver combo is about feeling bitter and twisted about something. Nah, that'd never happen.
No.
The flower essence is prickly pear cactus. Okay. Now, the couple of things we talked about earlier, could you have done anything about them at the time?
No.
No. Have you forgiven yourself for them?
Not really. They're still there.
Yeah. Okay. So your body's at the spot where it still wants to transform the energy that is feeling bitter about it. It still hasn't transformed it yet. So there's still a bitterness somewhere deep inside. And potentially that can be stuck in that real heart energy, making it harder to put yourself out there and believe in yourself and give yourself self-love, self-worth, confidence.
Would it become easier now that I've brought it to the fore?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so so at an unconscious level, there's a desire to control the timing of events and situations. So when something happens to us in the past, and part of it is, well, if I hadn't done this, then that wouldn't have happened, or if I hadn't been there, then that wouldn't have happened. So those sort of things where we always double guess ourselves, and maybe we could have changed the outcome if something had have been different. But that's the one that's showing up there. Yeah. And right. It's like
that sort of comes to me sometimes. Well, why did it happen? Why
Yeah.
Why didn't I do something about it? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
At the time, I didn't think I could do anything. But
Absolutely. And you know the old saying in Alcoholics Anonymous, listen to my inner voice about what's right for me, accept which I can't change, and act to change those things I can. That bit's part of this for us.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So heart meridian, not liver meridian. It's all about the heart. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's heart chakra and heart meridian is what we need to do while I'm doing the affirmations. So there's going to have to be 3 layers because we need to go transform, transcend, dissolve.
Okay.
Okay. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transform my desire to control the timing of events and situations into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively listen to my inner voice about what's right for me, accept that which I can't change, and act to change those things which I can. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively transcend my desire to control the timing of events and situations into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively listen to my inner voice about what's right for me, accept that which I can't change, and act to change those things which I can. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively dissolve my desire to control the timing of events and situations into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly and supportively listen to my inner voice about what's right for me, accept that which I can't change, and act to change those things which I can. Let's check. Heart energy, hold down for me at the wrist. That's better. Hold down at the wrist, beautiful. And this one, hold up for me, lovely. And hold up for me, excellent.
Yes. It's working already.
It's working already. Okay, and now we need to find an affirmation as well that matches in with our goal. Because obviously it's taken a long time for your confidence to be as good as it is.
Yeah.
You've always picked on yourself about pretty much everything, haven't you?
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm not good enough. That's
in the past.
Yeah, but even sometimes now.
Even now?
Depends on who I'm with.
Yeah.
Some people I just can't. Yeah, I just don't feel good enough.
Okay.
I'm trying at the moment to avoid those.
Those people? Yeah.
Just to, I don't know, get me on top of things.
We might do a few drops of dog rose essence. Dog rose is about wanting to hide in the corner, not being seen, because usually we don't feel good there in the past somewhere. So we'll just do a few drops of those to kick in as well. 5 drops, fairly decent dose. No, we need another one as well. Sturt Desert Roses for guilt. So it's, and especially daughters get more guilt than sons. And you're getting better at letting go of the guilt?
I go through stages.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm good, and then other times I think, why can't I just let go? You know? Yeah.
You're getting better at receiving compliments and believing them?
Yes.
But obviously there's been a lot of your life that you haven't been able to.
No.
Yeah.
I can really notice the difference now, and you know, into smaller clothes and stuff like that. So it's
With those challenges, did that mess with you being able to get outside your comfort zone? Yeah. So I'm not sure why, but for some reason, making your comfort zone easy in your world, it's like avoiding people who create that angst. Not that we should put people into our world that are, you know, annoying, but there should be a level where you simply have good boundaries and they shouldn't affect us so much.
Yeah.
Should's an easy thing to say. Yeah. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yep.
Oh, that's an interesting way of putting it. I now no longer need the protection of comfort zones. My inner child is free to step outside its comfort zone.
Okay.
And it is safe. It is safe for me to step outside my comfort zone. So your body wants a few really specific ones. I am safe to remove the boundaries of my comfort zone. Hold. Is there psychological reversal? There is. Want, need, think, safe, believe, deserve, trust, deserve. I deserve to let go of this problem. And hold. I deserve to keep this problem. Hold. Yeah. So that switches off your pleasure reward centers, which means it's going to, when this one is, let me ask, is it in relation to current stuff? Is it in relation to past stuff? Is it connected to the first thing we chatted about this morning, or the second thing? The first thing, the first thing. So connected to the first thing we chatted about this morning. Was there something about that situation that made you feel like you deserved it? Like you put yourself in a position that allowed it to happen?
It just happened so quick, and yeah.
Okay. My inner child is free to step outside its comfort zone. And hold. Want, need, think, safe. That one's safety.
Okay.
It is safe to let go of this problem. And hold. It is safe to keep this problem. Hold. Yeah. longer need the protection of comfort zones. And hold. Want, need, want. Okay, so is that conscious, subconscious? Okay, your subconscious brain wants the comfort zones. It's like your little survival area.
Okay.
I want to let go of this problem. Hold. I want to keep this problem. Hold. Okay, reducing any and all inflammation created from this trauma and stress. And hold. 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 Part of what the lymph, so the lymph detox, so part of what the lymph takes around the body are neuropeptides. So neuropeptides are specific hormonal combinations.
Okay.
So when we are fearful, we've got fear neuropeptides. When we're angry, we've got anger ones. When we've got anxiety, we've got anxiety ones. So even when you're thinking about it and being brought back into that moment and feeling stressed about it,
yeah.
and even that if that stress is guilt or shame or blame or something like that, or whether the trauma is still there like a PTSD, it doesn't really matter. But those hormones are travelling around the body, which is why it's so good that you're drinking so much water, and because that at least shimmies it all through, and the exercise, amazing.
Yeah. Well, now that Aqua's back, I'll be doing at least 3 days a week, twice some days. So.
You don't have any scars?
No, not big ones. Yeah, just where I've had sunspots taken off and stuff like that.
And where have they been? Mainly on your
My
arms, or?
Yeah.
Sort of thinking scarring can jam some meridians.
Okay.
So the heart meridian runs straight down through the midsection to the inside of the ring finger.
Okay.
Lung energy, grief, guilt, regret comes on the top of the arm down to thumb, I think. Large intestine down. Interesting. Actually, I think you've got a bit of a gait going just chatting about this. Can you feel your right shoulders higher than the left? Might just feel normal, but can you?
Yeah.
Fingers outstretched? Yeah, look at that.
Oh, wow.
And we'll check your feet. Yeah, and your right one's very high.
Yeah. Yeah, this side sort of does feel down.
Yeah. So these two, so that's fight. Same arm, same leg. So you've got the right going.
Yeah, that was out last time too.
Yeah. Okay, do we need to do the celestial circuit? Survival, deep survival, hidden, something else? What do we need? Okay. I'll do a 5 element. So something's really blocked in one of these meridians.
Okay.
Okay, where's the over energy? Okay, so the over energy is large intestine energy. It's externalized grief, guilt, regret. So stuff that is palpable, you know, so it's hard to hide it away because it's just so big. Really? Okay, so how does that link in with... So the under energy is lung energy. Lung and large intestine are both metal elements. They're both grief, guilt, regret. Okay, so lung and large intestine energy are the grandmother energy of liver, which is the mother energy of heart energy. So there's sort of like a connection between the three of them as well.
Yeah.
Right, so the real blockage is back. Had that. Good old guilt again. Now let's see. Is it on both sides with large intestine? No, it's only on the right. Okay, so we need to do something to balance those up. And lung energy, it's only on the right. Okay.
Something's not right.
Yeah, so it's all blocked on the right side of the body. So first we've got to balance you up. Okay, large intestine 1 finger. Inside or outside of the finger? Yeah, inside. How many seconds on the right side of the body? How many seconds on the left side of the body? Right, so 8 seconds on the right, so it's over energized. We just need to wake it up, but we really need to wake up that side because it's asleep.
Okay.
Tender at all?
No.
Just rest. But this one's 40 seconds. Actually, I might even go and have a look. There's something called I can't even remember what it's called. I'm going to grab a chart.
Okay.
Beautiful. It's been such a big thing for you for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Map of consciousness.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So the idea is if we're enlightened, our energy's up at 1,000. If we're sort of feeling fairly good about the world and everything's pretty cruisy, we're generally above 250. The negative emotions are under 200. So I'm just sort of curious where this has been holding you. Yeah, okay. Right. So okay. So I can't remember what the word was with the flower essence before. Oh, you know, it was something fairly hefty.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually more connected to shame. So something about both experiences were really humiliating.
Well, I believe shame is
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
to explain it.
So it's worse than guilt. Shame
Mm.
is, it's sort of been laid upon it as well. So it's like then we end up despising God for allowing to happen. We feel miserable about ourselves for allowing it to happen. The shame and the humiliation are there, and it's hard to eliminate it. It just gets really impactful on lots of cellular functions in the body. Okay. Okay. So now, that was large intestine. Now, so we still need a horary point for the right lung. Yep. So no wonder this is so blocked, is what I'm thinking. Lung 8. Oh yeah. How many seconds? Yeah, right. So it's opposite. It's only 10 seconds on the left, but about 50 on the right. Another 10 seconds. Bit tender?
No.
Cool. I release any and all inflammation linked into these traumas. And hold, 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 hold. Beautiful. Okay. So now, next thing is we need to drag energy from lung to large intestine. We need large intestine 11. Oh, yeah. How many? 20 on the right. 40 on the left. So these are blockages in the meridians that are just holding narky old energy in place.
Okay.
I've never had one, but there was a lady up in Cooktown when I was there, and she had been doing massage for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to talk about knowing the pressure points that would just make her clients cry.
Oh, really?
Mind you, she might have been a bit like Sanu and had some sort of energetic gift as well. Beautiful. Okay. Over energies. Under energies. Okay. Any organs holding the inflammation and traumas? Gallbladders. Gallbladder. Hold it nice and strong. Hold it nice and strong. Yeah, okay. So gallbladder energy is about taking care of your head. Do you, are there heavy aspects to your life that are overwhelming you? Actually, you get knee issues occasionally, don't you?
Yep.
So there's another muscle in behind here, the popliteus, that also relates to the gallbladder. Hold down, don't let me lift up. Okay. Not too hideous, but not amazing. Hold down, don't let me lift it. Yeah, right.
That one there, sometimes when I'm walking along, there's something in the back of it that just sort of gives way.
Yeah, it's probably the popliteus.
Okay.
Because the popliteus.
And it's only in that leg, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like it sort of basically goes from one side of behind the knee to the other.
Yeah.
Interesting. And the popliteus is when seemingly small unrelated things or a pain in the neck interfering with your movements, literally or figuratively. So does your do you ever connect your body aches and pains to emotional gear?
Not really.
Okay.
They just hurt for a while and it seems to fix itself, or have a massage.
Yeah, exactly. TLC never hurts.
That's right.
Okay, so that gallbladder energy is linked in with an old pain and punishment circuit. Okay. So is this the first thing we were chatting about, or the second thing, or something else? The second thing? Okay. So basically that second trauma we were chatting about earlier on, it messed with your ability to feel safe and secure and loved and lovable.
That's right.
So then the belief sets up. Yeah, so the belief sets up then that you have to be responsible for yourself. No one else is going to make you feel loved and lovable. If you don't do it, who will?
That's right.
Addictions. So then the ego defense mechanism that's set up as addictions. And codependency. Okay. You know, and sometimes we're codependent to someone who isn't good for us. We just do it because it's easy. In fact, usually when there's codependency, it's not for our best.
Okay.
Okay, so the combination of addictions and inability to feel loved and lovable. Right. So because of the inability to feel loved and lovable, safe and secure, that made you codependent, because the end result, if you weren't codependent, you would be alone, and therefore how would anything? Yeah, so it's that anticipatory fear, the fear of the future, the fear of what you would be missing, the fear of what you would be lacking.
Yeah.
Fear of loss.
Sense, actually.
Better the devil you know.
Mm.
But then, because there was such a fear and holding on to it so tightly, when it happened, there was even still an unhealthy separation. So the brain still didn't do it willingly and easily.
Yeah.
It still ended up damaging you more than...
Yeah. Than the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, so then we're in a destructive area where once again we feel loveless and unlovable and unimportant and irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am loved, I am lovable. Yeah. Fear around feeling lovable. Why?
Don't know.
It is safe to be lovable. It is safe to be loved.
Do you think that's why not being good enough for people, or being with people that I feel as I'm not good enough for, that's most probably all the same thing?
Yeah, because if you can't be lovable, loved and loved, if you can't be loved and looked after by the people closest in your life, how can you possibly
be out there?
Trusting other human beings.
Because
humans are scary then.
Today.
Pardon?
It's a real eye-opener today.
Yeah, and the brain would rather run away and escape rather than put yourself in a position again where you could be loved or lovable. Better avoiding it. I see through you.
I know.
I see you're lovable. Wow, there's some real heat in that energy. Some real heat. Can you feel that?
Not really.
Yeah, right. It's the freeze energy, you know, being really stuck, being just that inability to move and get out of a situation that isn't necessarily not good for us.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can feel something now. Yeah.
Your body keeps not wanting the survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival today. This time it wants the solar plexus, which is all about self, power, will, order, focus. So it crashes down when we're being dominated and suppressed, and when our self-worth isn't allowed to come out. So solar plexus links in with your liver and gallbladder energy.
Okay.
And your pancreas, so creates the sugar cravings or carb cravings.
Yeah.
Hold in.
I would say it's more sugar.
Yeah.
Because the carbs I can,
Yeah.
Now I'm really good with carbs. If anything, it's sugar.
So same again, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, it's all about wanting to run away.
You won't let me.
Well, just keep nutting away at it. Yeah, no, this is a biggie. I am loved. I am lovable. I am safe. Nope, nothing in there. Chakra. Something electrical. Oh, lower trapezius. Okay, so a couple of these muscles. Hold down, don't let me lift up. That's beautiful. I'm pushing up towards your head. Hold. That one. Hold down, don't let me lift. And hold, don't let me pull towards your head. So only on the right again. That's the energy of grasping too much, holding on to things too much.
Okay.
Which is equivalent to not letting go.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old were you when you got married?
25.
Okay. Liver energy. I release any and all old resentment, anger around these situations. I no longer need to hold on to any old resentment and anger. I am safe, I am lovable. Escape again. It's all escape energy. It's amazing. I mean, there's been a couple of pain punishment circuits, but it's predominantly been escape, submission, freeze. Once again, releasing any and all inflammation due to these past traumas. And hold, 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 hold. Excellent. Once again, just double checking organs. Kidneys. Kidneys.
I was showing it last time too.
Hold up. Hold. Hold. Okay. Hold. 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 Yeah, right.
Right side again.
Only on the right again. Do you feel lopsided today? Not really?
Not really.
So kidney is the fear and anxiety. And it's been hard for you to face this one. So I release any and all fear of facing my past. I release any and all fear of releasing my past. I release any and all fear of letting go of my past. Escape, submission, freeze. Fascinating. Ah, okay. We need some homeopathics just to shimmy things along for both the liver and the lymph. 5 drops of VSL.